Hey guys, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Hello, how you doing? So today we have a bit of a different video actually. I've not really done one of these ever before, but hopefully it's something that you guys will enjoy. So it's a big come shopping with me for body recomposition. So I'm currently body recomping. I'm trying to lose fat and gain muscle at the same time. It is possible. I'm going to take you through a whole supermarket shop with me and Darcy that's coming with me today. And I really wanted to show you guys sort of the things that I really try to avoid in a supermarket, because there are so many things in there that come off as healthy or low calories and just all these things, all these like big claims that they tend to make, and it's absolute BS. Like, I'm telling you, 99% of products in the supermarket is a big scam. I am going to make like this into a little series, like a little body recomping series. So sort of take you through my food shop, my workouts, my day to day, like what I do differently or what exactly I do to body recomp. Body recomping does take a bit longer than like if you were to bulk and cut. However, it's a much more comfortable process. This time last year I did an absolutely enormous bulk and it made me gain so much muscle, but I also put on a lot of fat because of it, which is natural. Like, anytime you increase your calories above maintenance, you will be putting on some sort of fat. It's kind of slightly inevitable. Even if you do a very clean bulk, you are still going to put on some fat, and I don't really want to put on a lot more fat. I don't need to lose a load of fat either. So I just feel like body recomping this year round is the best thing for me. And also, last year's bulk was incredibly difficult. Like, it really put a mental strain on me just to be that heavy, I guess. I just wasn't used to it. It's not where my body like naturally lies, like naturally sits in terms of my weight. And I'm really glad I did. I don't regret it for a single moment. I gained so much muscle during that bulk. But at the same time, this year, I just don't have the mental space to think about a big bulk and like feeling uncomfortable in any way. Before we jump into exactly what I buy versus avoid in the supermarket, I do have to mention that the Alphalete Black Friday sale has officially started. It started Friday, so today is Sunday when you're watching this, and it started on Friday. It's been absolutely hectic, and I just want to thank every single one of you guys that have used my discount code. It's just BELA, and it'll save you an extra 10% off on top of all of the discounts. It basically helps to show Alphalete who's coming from me, and helps me keep my job. I've been blown away by the support this year of everyone using my code, and I just, from the bottom of my heart, really want to give you guys a massive thank you, and I'm very grateful. I'm not gonna tear up. I'm not gonna do it. Don't do it. I love making YouTube videos. I love making content. This is like has always been my dream since I was a kid. So the fact that this is actually my full-time job baffles me every day. And I'm super grateful for it. So thank you. Okay, well, that's enough of that. I'm gonna move on because I'm not crying on YouTube. This is so cringe. Okay, I'm like Ariana Grande and Cynthia from all the Wicked interviews, just crying all the time. Maybe it's because I'm PMSing. I don't know. I'm going to blame it on that. But I am truly like beyond words. God, sorry. Let's move on from that. As for the Black Friday sale, it goes on until the 2nd of November. So you still have over a week to buy anything that you want to buy before the sale ends. I would recommend, if you want something, go on there now. Be very quick, because the sizes are already selling out on like the most popular items. But there is still a heck of a lot of stock in there. So like even some of my favorite things from Alphalete, there is still stock of. This year is by far the biggest sale that they've ever had, and I don't say that lightly. Coming from the boss man himself, Christian, that owns the brand, they ended up investing a bit too much in certain areas of stock that they really want to have a clean slate on now, and like rebuild new products from there. And in order to have those new products and those new lines, they really have to get rid of all of this old stock. So prices are cheap. Like, you can get Amplify for like almost 80% off, which is insane. They're not cheap because they're bad. They're purely cheap for that reason that I said before, because the quality on every single one of these pieces that I'm showing on the screen is phenomenal. My favorite ever jogger pant, which I literally wear all the time, like I wear the full set all the time, they are discounted from $66 to $17. I think that's like £14 in the UK. Any questions, sizing, I am here to help, so please just comment down below or shoot me a DM on Instagram. The last little reminder I'll throw in here is my glute guides are launching. My glute guides are launching tomorrow at 6 or 7 p.m. I'm not entirely sure because we've still got a bit of work to finalize during the day tomorrow. If we don't make it by tomorrow, it's 1,000% going to be up by Tuesday. Darcy's coming over tomorrow. We're going to literally be just whizzing away all day, just trying to get the website portion of it sorted, because the actual guide is finished, has been finished for a while, but it's just the website portion that we need to. It's been so difficult to find time to work on it just purely because of all the Black Friday sales. The link will be in the description for Alphalete and for the guides. Everything is down below. Enjoy the supermarket shop. I hope you guys find it super helpful.
Australian. Sorry today.
Sorry, Claire.
Claire, the bathroom's free.
Welcome to our car karaoke.
No, I'll sing Slim Pickens. Oh, I got copyright for that.
I don't know if I'm like too close or too far when I hold this microphone, because I don't want to like be all down your grill, you know?
Yeah. So there's been a
Yeah, that probably sounded disgusting on camera. We're I can't.
What?
Remix. I can't actually speak today. I don't want. Oh my god.
Right, take 100.
We are here at Asda today. We are.
Oh my god.
Guys, I've had a really stressful week. Okay, it's Black Friday. I've got so much on, so much work to do. My brain is fried. We are here at Asda today because I'm going to walk you through a whole supermarket food shop, like what I tend to buy in my body recomposition stage, because it's very, very, very different, I would say, to cutting and to bulking. And I've got Darcy here today as well.
The camera woman,
to help me film in there, because I would be so embarrassed taking this massive contraption into the store.
I just take all the embarrassment off her by carrying it, which is fun.
Because Darcy will hold the massive camera and I'll just walk off.
Just leave me with the camera.
And yeah, just gonna wanna blah, 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 blah. What is wrong with me?
But maybe just sing and let it out.
I'm going into Asda. You're gonna get a food shop.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. And yes, I'm not engaged. This is literally, I just thought it was a cute ring, and then I got it and I was like, oh, that kind of looks just a little bit like a, you know, ring. So sorry, Reese, if you get any questions.
Let's get on with the video. Roll it.
Should do it at the same time. 1, 2, 3. Oh, you know that transition in the Getting My Life Together back video where you went like this with the camera? It actually worked. Did you see that bit? It actually worked really well.
I did it like it really made me laugh. But do you remember the first attempt I went so slow?
We're in the Christmas section, which is a very dangerous place for me to be. I should not be in this Christmas section because I already have a ridiculous amount of Christmas things. So we need to leave. Oh my god, Wicked. It's a Wicked poster. Have you guys seen the film yet? I really want to watch it. Popular, I've gotta be popular. I can't resist the home section. Like we can't. Like, every time I see it, I'm like, don't walk down the aisle, don't walk down the aisle, don't go, and then I go. Okay, so we have gone through the chocolate section, and I've basically bought a bunch of stocking fillers for Christmas, like this as well. We're in the vegetable aisles, the most important aisle. I think I'm gonna get some small carrots actually. It's so awkward filming in here, I hate it. Tomatoes, because I love tomatoes with some eggs in the morning. It makes them taste so much better. 3 peppers, some beetroot as well, because it's actually insane for your skin, literally makes you glow. Quite a lot of like lettuce. These pre-made bags are so much easier than having to chop up all the lettuce yourself, and honestly they're not even that expensive. I think they're like 75p a bag. Okay, so some red onions, because I put onions in everything. Darcy hates onions, but we like onions over here. So some sweet potatoes. I adore sweet potatoes, and especially if you're having like burgers, sweet potatoes is like a really nice one to do instead of the bread. So obviously people have like breaded burgers and sweet potato fries or normal fries, but then that's a hell of a lot of extra calories because you're also having 2 different sources of carbs. So we're going to just opt for the healthier source of carbs, which is sweet potatoes. They're delicious. So we've got 2 ribeye steaks because we love a steak in this household, and I'll probably do like a bigger order of steak online because we usually get it from like a farm shop, like an online farm shop, which is like really fresh, amazing cuts of like fillet steak, and it's like pretty much the same price to like the packaged supermarket one, so I'd rather pay more for that than for this. For another dinner this week, we're gonna have two burgers each, so one for me, one for Reese, and that's like a good amount of protein for one meal. Really want the majority of your food to be meat based, really, if you want to get that protein in. So 2 steak and bone marrow burgers. Bone marrow is absolutely fantastic for everything. Your bones, your muscles, your skin, your hair, like your nails. So we're also in this section where everything is breaded, and Darcy just stopped here and be like, I love this stuff. And you know what? I love it too. It's so easy, it's quick, it's like tasty meal. However, this stuff is, every single thing in here is full of seed oils, like literally every single one. I bet you any money I don't have to look at the ingredients beforehand to know that this has some form of seed oils in it. And I'm right. Vegetable oils, rapeseed, sunflower. There's 2 types of seed oils in this. There's also sugar in this. Why on earth you would need to put sugar into chicken? I'm not entirely sure. Dextrose as well, absolutely awful for you. There's just a lot of bad things in here. And yes, it's easy, and yes, it's quick, and yes, it's so taste delicious and crispy and crunchy, but it is best to avoid, especially if you want to lose any sort of fat. It's kind of definitely avoid this section, unless you're in like a big rush or like you're eating with friends and it's like an occasion. But on the day-to-day, I would really recommend staying away from this section. You know, if you have seed oils in every single meal with every single thing, it's gonna be really bad for you. But if you have them every so often, it's not gonna be as damaging. So just do your best to stay away from them, but don't worry too much either. So I usually get a shitload of these. They're so easy to get your protein in, and honestly, these are like the only ones where the ingredients aren't that bad. They're not perfect, but they're not that bad. They're mainly just milk, like protein from milk. So I would highly recommend these little Arla ones. They are the best ones because a lot of the actual potted ones, the ingredients are a lot worse. So if you want like a quick protein thing, don't buy a protein bar. Like most of the time, like 99% of the time, is awful ingredients. Get one of these, a natural fruit yogurt with like maybe some fruit flavoring, which isn't perfect, but it's better. I'm not gonna get this because I hate vanilla-y yogurts, so, and they don't have any fruit ones, but I usually do get many of these. And I'm also gonna get, kefir is honestly fantastic for like your gut bacteria, for making sure like you're not as bloated, for making everything function well and you go potty at the right times. Kefir is amazing, and if your gut microbiome is healthy, it makes everything else healthy. It makes you less lethargic, it makes you more like energetic, it makes your skin, hair, everything just better. This is a section that a lot of people love, and so does Reese, and so do I. We all love a good orange juice, apple juice, just juice in general. However, this is probably the worst thing ever for unnecessary calories. Like, if you want to drink your calories and then they kind of like all go to waste because you don't really feel like you're eating anything or you're full from drinking stuff. If your body recomping or even cutting, juices are the first thing to go because it's so easy just to have more water, less juice, and you're not really like trading in anything. It's just a lot less calories that you're drinking. So much added sugar. It's different like you eating, for example, like 10 apples versus drinking like 20 apples in literally like this big of a cup, and it may feel like, oh, it's just apples. Yes, but your body uses calories to actually like burn those calories down. So for example, if you're eating an apple, it's the calories to chew it, it's the calories to digest it, it's the calories, like your body processes it very differently. It's like almost it's like it's been digested for you. If you want to find an easy way to cut calories, just get rid of juices. Buy some squash, but even though like not necessarily the healthiest thing, but if it helps you drink water, a better balance than just drinking a shitload of juice. It's kind of up to you where you want to cut things out and where you don't, so I'll leave that to you. The lovely protein section, weight management, sports nutrition. I, in some cases, agree with it, in some cases I don't. I feel like the protein bars are probably some of the worst ones, unless they have very clean ingredients. Again, everything is, it's not one shoe fits all. Just check the ingredients is the main key here. Like, it could look really healthy from the outside, but then you look through the ingredients and it's just a bunch of sweetness. Sucralose is really bad. Sucralose will actually make you gain more weight than eating normal sugar. So do not recommend sucralose. If you want a sweetener, use stevia. More sweeteners, there's maltitol as well in here. More sweetener. Oh my God, there's literally, this is like pure sweetener, which is honestly worse for you than just eating sugar. Unless it's sweetened with stevia, stay away from it. I'm not against taking protein, I'm really not, because I do it myself. I take clear whey all the time. However, I feel like when you can get protein from real natural food, like beef burgers, absolutely do. Like, this is going to be 100 years better for you than getting your protein from these things. These things are just good to like add it on top. Like, if you just want to supplement a bit of extra protein that day, go for this. But I do not recommend like relying on this even slightly to get your protein in, because this is just in no way, shape or form going to be as high quality of a protein, as good for you, as digestible. Like, it may just seem like, oh, 30 grams of protein, but it's really not how your body processes it, versus like a beef burger you'll benefit from a million times more. If you are really struggling to get your protein in, it's not the end of the world. It's the balance, okay? It's the balance. Philadelphia, I love this stuff. It's not the best ever, but it is honestly not too bad what's in here, and it just makes food taste so much better. So compromises. These are terrible for you. Like, not terrible, but they've got seed oils in them, which is not great. However, I cannot cook rice. I cannot cook rice for the life of me. I've tried so many times, it burns. It's just probably the most annoying thing ever to cook, and I despise cooking rice. So again, we make some compromises, okay? So this will have to do. I put this in everything. It's cottage cheese, and this is the chive one, I think. Well, it's supposed to be. Maybe it's not. It's not. It's just the normal cottage cheese, but it's so delicious. And all you have to do is just like put some around on your meal, and there's so much protein in this, especially if you get the fat-free one. So much protein. Some milk, of course, because we have milk all the time. Reese literally drinks like 5 gallons of milk a night on his own before he goes to bed, which is very strange. Now I'm gonna get a cookie dough dessert. Like I said, it's the balance. We're not doing like a extreme cut right now, so like it's fine to have a few desserts, and if I'm recomping, I want it to be for a very long period of time, so it's got to be sustainable. And me and Reese both very, very, very much like a dessert. So again, like if 85 to 90% of your diet is like amazing, then it's fine to have a few treats here and there. Like, it's not going to kill you. It's not going to plunge you back into the darkness of progression. Like, you're going to be okay. Just make sure like 85 to 90% of your diet is really good, and then the odd 10%, it's okay, you know, it's fine. Okay, so with bread, I'm not saying that you can never eat bread. Of course you can. It's just making sure you get the right bread. So obviously, I'll show you in a minute what bread's definitely not to get. But if you go to like your actual like supermarket's bakery, like this sort of section, where they kind of bake it fresh, usually the ingredients are miles better. And also the ingredients list is very, very, very short. Always look for ingredients lists that are small. Never, ever, ever, unless you want to have like a treat, like I'm sure this ingredients list is, oh wow, yeah, very long. But other than that, like if you really, for the 85% where you're trying to be really good, don't buy ingredients lists that are this huge. Like, always try and go the smaller the better, because that means there's less random things in here and it's more fresh, usually. For example, like eggs, only one ingredient, just eggs. Milk, only one ingredient, just milk. Yogurt, only one ingredient, no, most of the time, just yogurt. There's absolutely no seed oils, and look how short that ingredients list is. Like, it's so short. There's basically nothing else in here other than like key essential ingredients. The land of terrible choices. Honestly, there is no worse option than these. These are probably the worst things you can buy. Like, some of the worst things you can buy in the supermarket. And this is like so many people's like daily diet. And they're just, 99% of bread is awful. That's why I say like get the fresh stuff where the ingredients are minimal, because these, I'm just gonna pick and choose, right? I don't even have to look at the ingredients. I'm just gonna randomly select one and it's gonna be terrible. Let's see this one. Okay, there is of course vegetable oils in here, rapeseed and palm oil, which is probably the worst oil you could get, is palm oil. So many preservatives in here, it's actually insane. So I'm not saying never, ever, ever, ever eat a single seed oil, because that is so unrealistic, and sometimes you just like a dessert. However, the more you do to stay away from them, the better your health. The famous honey section. I love honey, I eat honey every single day. However, there literally was a study done that 80% of honey in all supermarkets is fake honey, and it's actually syrup that they've mixed in with honey, so it's not pure honey. So I would really highly recommend kind of going for the ones that are very much like one location. So for example, instead of being like across Europe, that's way more likely the chances of it being like infiltrated with other things. But if you get one that's just like Greek honey, just from one place, one location, you're much more likely to get good high quality honey. It is a bit more expensive, but there is a reason for that. If you go here, as is original runny honey, and if you look at where it's made, blend of honey from more than one country, blend of non-EU honey packed in the UK. Basically means this is 99% chance of it being not super real honey, or real honey mixed in with sugar syrup. If it's cheap honey, it's probably not real honey. I bet you this is a blend of different, blend of honeys from more than one country, and that's why it's cheap. These you might think that are a little bit healthier than your stereotypical thing because it's really low calories. However, there's actually a whole range of awful things in here. I just looked at the ingredients and there's 4 different types of seed oils: sunflower, palm, rapeseed, and shea oil. There's literally so many bad things in here. Just because it's low calorie does not mean it's better for you. So stay away from like the promotional things saying like only 86 calories or only 90 calories. Like that does not mean anything when the actual like what it's made out of is just awful for you, because you'll actually put a lot more weight on eating more seed oils than you will just by like having something that's higher calories but all natural, because your body processes it very differently. I absolutely love popcorn. I am a die-hard popcorn fan. It's my favorite snack of all time. And yes, this is not great at all, I won't lie. It's got like obviously corn, palm oil and salt. So there is a decent amount of palm oil in this. However, like I said before, it's the balance. I don't use palm oil in anything else other than like when I have my desserts and like my snacks. So it's just like, it's just one of those, okay? I can't give up my popcorn, and I'm not going to. And I'm not gonna make popcorn myself because God knows how you even do that. So it's fine. Like I said, it's not about being perfect. It's about being the best you can be. So if that means cutting out, 85% of seed oils from your diet, that is fantastic. Like that is already miles ahead of everyone else. Like that's already doing you a world of good. But if you want some things that still have seed oils, like again, it's only 10% of my diet. Like it is fine. I know it's like the best thing ever just to completely stay away from them, but I also want to live a happy life, This trolley is really heavy, but we officially have everything we need, and now it's time to head back because Milo's been waiting on his own for way too long.
Took this thing for 100 rides since the last time you sat by my side. I swear I still...
Hello, I'm back in my PJs. So awkward to film in the supermarket. Like, I was literally dying inside. We really did try and not get anybody in it though. We filmed down the aisles that were quietest, and then if it was busy we'd walk off, go film somewhere else and then come back. I actually forgot to film like every single thing I got, but you kind of get the gist of it. It's more like the natural raw foods, the foods with the most minimal ingredients and the cleanest ingredients, and I hope it kind of helped you for your future supermarket shop, because it's not so much about the specific meals. Maybe I'll do one for specific meals as well, but it's more so like the overall overview of what I tend to get at the supermarket. It changes obviously all the time, but the key staples like the meats and the yogurts and the kefir and those like main key bits and the breads and stuff like that do stay the same. So I hope you enjoyed all of that. Any questions, leave them down below, and I'm happy to help you with any like types of ingredients that you might need a bit of help on, or if you don't really know what they mean, just give me a comment and I will get back to you on it. I don't want to come off as if I'm like saying like, oh, you need to eat absolutely perfectly and you're never allowed any seed oils and you're never allowed any this or that or blah 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 blah. I don't just completely avoid seed oils. Like I do have some in certain foods and certain things, and there are things that I avoid on the day to day, but on maybe like a weekend or a meal with friends, like I will devour, and I really tried to portray that balance. So hopefully it did come across and you guys don't take this video as like a you have to be perfect, because I never ever want anyone to feel like that, because I'm not. Like, I am the furthest thing from a perfect diet that you'll ever see. I just do my best, and I think as long as we all do our best, we're good. Don't forget about the Alphalete Black Friday sale, which ends on the 2nd of November, so definitely be quick if you want any key pieces that might sell out really fast. Let me know if you need any help with that, and don't forget as well the code BELA. If you add my code, it'll get you an additional 10% off on top of the discounts. So yeah, let me know if you do use my code so I can thank you personally through DMs or comments or wherever. I hope you enjoyed the video. I love you all so much, and I'm really sorry about the cringy crying before. Don't know what's in the water today. I don't know what's gotten into me, but I am just really truly grateful for every single one of you guys, and it's like I just love the YouTube community so freaking much, like so freaking much. Even on the last video that I uploaded, and I just got so many responses over something so silly like my Christmas dress, and so many of you gave me like so much advice, different opinions on what I could do to the dresses, and like all of the comments about like tretinoin and retinol, and I just love every single one of you guys, and I absolutely love chatting to you all in the comments. It's probably my favorite thing after uploading a YouTube video. It's just meeting you all down below and having a little chat and actually getting to speak to you guys. So just thank you so much as well for ever even bothering to leave a comment on one of my videos. Like, it genuinely makes my day. But that is enough cringe from me in one video. I will see you next week for another YouTube video. Also, check out my consistency. Like, this is the 2nd video in 1 week. Who is she? I love you all so much. I will see you in the next one. Bye-bye.